Hello, friends. This is Murtaza Ali Khan. After a long wait, the Golden Globes nomination have finally been announced. The award night is going to happen on the 28th of February. This time, because of COVID-19, we are seeing almost a 2 month delay. But as they say, it's better late than never. The Globe nominations have finally been announced, and Mank is leading the bandwagon with 6 nominations. And as far as the television space goes, Crown is leading the bandwagon. So let's see and try and analyze these nominations and see which are the hot favorites and what you can expect come 28th night.
Back in June 2020, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association had announced that it would be postponing the 2021 ceremony. Instead of January, it would be happening on the 28th of Feb, obviously due to the impact of COVID-19. And finally, it's February 3rd and the nominations have been announced. And we already know that Mank is the top film with 6 nominations, and as far as the television series goes, Crown has landed with 6 nominations. Now if we look at the best motion picture category, the nominees are The Father, Mank, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Now, The Father is basically a family drama by Florian Zeller. It stars Anthony Hopkins in the lead role, and it has very intense plot line which revolves around a man who refuses all assistance from his daughter as he ages. As he tries to make sense of his changing circumstances, he begins to doubt his loved ones, his own mind, and even the fabric of reality. Anthony Hopkins has also got a nomination for the best actor for this performance. So this is in a very, very intense space, and with Anthony Hopkins you can always expect the very best. So he is going to be a major contender this year for the acting category, and this film is also going to be a strong contender the way I look at it. Obviously the favorite film is going to be Mank.
David Fincher's Mank was always going to be a major contender. It's basically an origin story about the making of Citizen Kane, which is regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. Fincher's Mank is actually based on a screenplay written by his own father. So it's a very, very personal film for David Fincher, and it's beautifully done with Gary Oldman playing the part of Mank, who is said to have co-written the screenplay with Orson Welles. So there's a whole new world out there for you. It's very meta. It's very, very wonderful. One of the best films that you would watch this year. The black and white cinematography is also really, really beautifully done.
Another nomination in the best film category drama is The Trial of Chicago 7.
Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of Chicago 7 is also going to be a huge favorite this year. Whether he wins it in the directing category is what we have to anticipate. I really see him as a big favorite along with David Fincher.
And this is a historical legal drama film. He has both written and directed it, and it follows the Chicago 7, a group of anti-Vietnam War protesters who were charged with conspiracy and crossing state lines with the intention of inciting riots at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago. And this is a very high voltage drama, politically charged, very powerful film. Coming to the other nominees, Nomadland is also in there. It's a film by Chloe Zhao. Basically, after losing everything in the Great Recession, a woman embarks on a journey through the American West, living as a van-dwelling modern-day nomad. This is again in the drama space. Frances McDormand has been praised for her performance, and she's going to be a hot favorite. And we all know that she has already been into major awards, so I won't be surprised if she lands another one this time around as well. Then Promising Young Woman is a film that has intrigued many. It has grabbed a lot of eyeballs. Amaranth Fennell is the director of this film. A young woman traumatized by a tragic past seeks out vengeance against those who cross her path. and everybody has been talking about Carey Mulligan in the lead role, and she is really a hot favorite this year. I won't be surprised if she takes home the Golden Globe this year, and she's also going to be the hot favorite at the Oscars this year. This is a performance that's creating a lot of buzz, and this is something that I personally will be keeping a very close eye on. Moving on to the best motion picture, musical or comedy, Borat is there. Borat sequel, the much awaited Borat sequel. There was a time when people were not even in a place to imagine that a film like Borat can have a sequel, but Sacha Baron has done it, and the film has got nominated, and it's really creating a lot of buzz this year. The hot favorite is Hamilton, of course. It's a beautiful musical, and it's something that is gonna create a lot of buzz. Palm Springs is there in this category. The Prom is there. Music is there. So you can see that the competition is going to be really tough. But somewhere I get a feeling that Hamilton might edge out the others. Palm Springs is also going to be a very strong nomination. So it's going to be an intense competition. But somewhere I feel that Hamilton has a better chance here. Moving on to the next category, best performance in a motion picture drama. As far as actor goes, there is Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. What a performance he has delivered as Robin Stone. It's really a performance of a lifetime for Riz Ahmed. He has been constantly delivering bankable performances, earnest performances. We have seen him, in a lot of interesting films. Reluctant Fundamentalist was a film wherein he was really good. One of my favorite films of his. And finally, he has got a big nomination with Sound of Metal, and he has really channelized that inner pain and suffering, which is very rarely seen on the screen. So he's gonna be a hot favorite, I'm sure of that. Then there is Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and this is going to be a posthumous nomination. We all, want Chadwick Boseman to win, and he is really good in this film, and there has been a lot of buzz around it. So you may see him, winning it posthumously. Then Anthony Hopkins, I've already discussed in The Father, and he is always a very good actor, and you just can never take your eyes off him. Then there is Gary Oldman in Mank, who is my personal favorite this year. He's a great actor, one of a kind, easily the finest of this generation. And in Mank, he's really bringing his A game. He's really delivering those sarcastic, those cynical lines, and he's really a Hollywood screenwriter, and he brings Mankiewicz to life beautifully. So that's my favorite for this year. There's also Tahar Ramin, and again it's going to be an interesting segment as far as the best performance in a motion picture drama actors are concerned. As far as the actresses are concerned, there is Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. There is Andre Day in the United States versus Billie Holiday. There's Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman. Again, Vanessa Kirby is another actress who has been creating a lot of buzz with that performance of hers. There is Frances McDormand, as I've already discussed, in Nomadland, and Frances McDormand is known to win big awards, and I won't be surprised if she surprises everybody this time around too and takes home the Golden Globe. But my favorite is Carey Mulligan in Promising Young Woman, and it's going to be a very interesting category again. As far as best performances in a motion picture, musical and comedy are concerned, there's no doubt whatsoever that Sacha Baron is here for the Borat sequel, and he is really up for something big this year. I won't be surprised if he finally takes home the Golden Globe for this performance. Borat is really, and now the sequel of Borat, they have been crowd favorites. There is James Corden for the Prom. There is Lin-Manuel Miranda for Hamilton. There is Dev Patel, yes, India's very own Dev Patel, and we all know how big an impact he created with Slumdog Millionaire, and he's really popular here in India, and he's nominated for the personal history of David Copperfield, and he plays the role of David Copperfield. It's going to be a very interesting segment. And let's not forget Andy Samberg, who has been nominated for Palm Springs. And as far as the actresses are concerned in a musical or comedy, there is Maria Bakalova for Borat. There is Kate Hudson for music. There is Michelle Pfeiffer for French Exit. There is Rosamund Pike for I Care a Lot. There is Anya Taylor-Joy for Emma, and what a year it has been for Anya Taylor-Joy. Queen's Gambit, Emma, both getting nominated. She is really a big motion picture star. There is no doubt whatsoever. So Anya Taylor-Joy really owns this year, the way I see it. In the best supporting performance in a motion picture, there is obviously Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7. Again, Sacha Baron has a nomination for the lead actor in Borat, and he is also there in the supporting category. Again, this has been a wonderful year for Sacha Baron, and he's done some interesting work, both in the comedy space. Those Who is America, and now he's also with Borat and The Trial of Chicago 7. There is Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. There is Jared Leto for The Little Things. It's going to be favorite, the way I look at it, Jared Leto for The Little Things. There is also Bill Murray for On the Rocks, and there is Leslie Odom Jr. One Night in Miami. As far as the actresses are concerned, there is Glenn Close, there is Olivia Colman, Jodie Foster, Amanda Seyfried for Mank. My favorite, Amanda Seyfried, I feel has really got this in the kitty. I would really be surprised if she doesn't win this, because in Mank she was superb, she was mind-boggling, and it's an award for her to lose actually. Then there is Helena Zengel for News of the World. So that's this category. We are done with the acting category. Now the big favorite, the best director, there is Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. There is David Fincher for Mank. There is Regina King. We have a woman director. It's so heartening to see a woman director for One Night in Miami, and Regina King is really one hell of a talent. She's a great actress. She's a great storyteller, and One Night in Miami is a serious contender, and Regina King is gonna be a favorite, obviously, along with David Fincher and Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of Chicago 7. Then there is also Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, another big and interesting film this year. So it's going to be a very interesting category. As far as the screenplay goes, there is Emerald Fennell, there is Jack Fincher for Mank, and I won't be surprised if Jack Fincher, yes, David Fincher's father, wins it posthumously. There is also Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of Chicago 7. The way I look at it, it's going to be between Aaron Sorkin and Jack Fincher, but there is also Florian Zeigel and Christopher Hampton for The Father, and there is also Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. So again, it's going to be interesting, but I personally have Jack Fincher as the winner, probably with some great competition from Aaron Sorkin, but I feel Jack Fincher deserves it for Mank posthumously. In the best original score category, there is Soul, there is Mank, there is News of the World, there is The Midnight Sky, there is Tenet. My favorite would be Soul, but let's see where it goes. In the best original song, we have Judas and the Black Messiah, Fight for You. We have Hear My Voice, The Trial of the Chicago 7. We have IOC, The Life Ahead. We have Speak Now, One Night in Miami. We have Tigress and Tweed, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Interesting nomination. Category again is going to be a lot of competition in here. Then the best animated feature film, in this we have The Croods, A New Age, we have Onward, we have Over the Moon, we have Soul, we have Wolfwalkers. But I won't be surprised, in fact I am almost certain that Soul has this one. It's really not just one of the best animated films ever, it's also one of the best films to have come out this year. Soul, I think, has this one in its kitty. In the best foreign language film, we have Another Round from Denmark, we have La Leorna, we have The Life Ahead. La Leorna is from Guatemala and France. Another Round, of course, is from Denmark. Life Ahead from Italy. Minari from USA. Two of Us is from France and USA. Now, the way I look at it, I feel that Another Round is going to be a favorite. It's a beautiful film, and I really have been hearing a lot about that film, and the way I see it, I think it's going to be a major favorite. Thomas Winterberg is a great director. We all know his involvement in Dogma 95, and here I think he really means business. So I won't be surprised at all if another round takes home this, and it's going to be very interesting category again. In the best television series drama category, we have The Crown, Lovecraft Country, The Mandalorian, Ozark, Ratched, and I personally am really happy to see The Mandalorian in here, which has been creating a lot of buzz, and finally it's nominated. And I'm also very happy to see Ratched in here, which was also a fantastic series, sort of an origin series for Nurse Ratched from One Who Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. In the musicals, we have Emily in Paris, The Flight Attendant, The Great, Schitt's Creek, Ted Lasso. It's going to be a very interesting setup here again. In the best performance in a television series drama, among the actors, we have Jason Bateman for Ozark, we have Josh O'Connor for The Crown, we have Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, we have Al Pacino for The Hunters.
We all love Al Pacino, and it's brilliant to see him getting nominated in the series category for Best Actor for The Hunters. And it's going to be really interesting because he's an actor who has won an Emmy, Tony, and Oscar. So he's always, one of the favorite actors around, and he's going to be a very big contender this time around.
We have Matthew Rhys for Perry Mason. In here, I see Matthew Rhys and Al Pacino having very good probability. They are among my favorites in here, but overall it's going to be a very tightly packed category. Josh O'Connor, who plays Prince Charles, also has a very good case here. So is true of Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, who plays Saul Goodman, the titular character, and Josh O'Connor in The Crown as Prince Charles, and Jason Bateman Ozark. Among the actresses, we have Olivia Colman for The Crown, who plays Queen Elizabeth II. We have Jodie Comer, Killing Eve. We have Emma Corrin, The Crown, playing Diana Spencer. We have Laura Linney, Ozark. We have Sarah Paulson, Ratched. My personal favorite would be Sarah Paulson for Ratched, but it could also be Olivia Colman or Emma Corrin. It's going to be interesting overall category again. In the best performance in a television series, musical or comedy, we have Don Cheadle for Black Monday. We have Nicholas Hoult for The Great. We have Eugene Levy for Schitt's Creek. We have Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. We have Rami Youssef for Rami. Again, a very tightly fight category. This can prove to be. In the actresses, we have Lily Collins for Emily in Paris. Lily Collins is a favorite in here, the way I look at it. There is Kelly Cuckoo, The Flight Attendant. There is Ellie Fanning, The Great. Jenny Levy for Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. There is also Catherine O'Hara for Schitt's Creek. Again, a very interesting category. In the best performance in miniseries on television film, we have Bryan Cranston for Your Honor. We have Jeff Daniels for The Comey Rule. We have Hugh Grant for The Undoing. We have Ethan Hawke for The Good Lord Bird. We have Mark Ruffalo for I Know This Much Is True. Now, Bryan Cranston was brilliant in Your Honor. Jeff Daniels for The Comey Rule. Even in my review, I highlighted his performance that since the newsroom, this is his probably the best ever performance. Ethan Hawke was equally brilliant in The Good Lord Bird, playing the abolitionist John Brown. Mark Ruffalo probably is the favorite in I Know This Much Is True. He may very well go home taking this globe. Among the actresses, we have Nicole Kidman for The Undoing. We have Kate Blanchett for Mrs. America. We have Daisy Edgar Jones for Normal People. We have Shira Haas for Unorthodox. And we have Anya Taylor-Joy for The Queen's Gambit. And Anya Taylor-Joy has been having a ride this year, and she may very well take home the Golden Globe for The Queen's Gambit. And the best supporting performances in a series, mini-series or television film, among the supporting actors, we have John Boyega for Small X, Steve McQueen. This is really in a very interesting space. John Boyega might very well be a favorite here. There is also Brendan Gleeson, who is spectacular as Donald Trump. Sometimes he does a Trump better than Trump himself, so that's really an exceptional performance from the veteran thespian. We also have Dan Levy in Schitt's Creek. We have Jim Parsons in Hollywood. Again, a very powerful performance. Jim Parsons was really a big surprise the way I looked at it. But then he is that kind of an actor who constantly surprises you. A very memorable performance from Jim Parsons. There's also Donald Sutherland for The Undoing. And among the actresses, we have Cynthia Nixon for Ratched, we have Gillian Anderson for The Crown, we have Helena Bonham Carter for The Crown. Again, she plays Princess Margaret. There is Julia Garner for Ozark. There is Annie Murphy for Schitt's Creek. In the best miniseries or television film, the nominations are Normal People, The Queen's Gambit, Small X, The Undoing, Unorthodox. Oh my god, very tight category again. And Queen's Gambit, Small X, even The Undoing and the other Normal People and Orthodox, they are all quite formidable in their own right. So as of now, I wouldn't want to make a prediction here, probably slightly in favor of the Queen's Gambit or Small X.
So that's all I have for you today. It was nice discussing these nominations. I for one can't wait for the awards night on the 28th. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and while you are at it, also press the bell icon so that you get the notifications as soon as I upload a new video.